Hello, my listener. Help me. Who's right? MYM23 girlfriend F21 tested positive for an STD and thinks I cheated on her. I'm just gonna lay out the whole timeline of events. I woke up yesterday morning. My GF had already left for work and I headed to my parents' house to help them with some chores and do our laundry. Throughout the day I texted my GF Ange. She was obviously very mad at me. All her texts were intentionally short and now how she usually texts me. She wasn't mad at me the night before, so I wondered what was wrong. I don't like having any serious talks over the phone due to likelihood of miscommunication, so I didn't ask her. She told me she had a new prescription to pick up. For the last couple weeks, she'd been suffering symptoms of a UTI, and nothing she'd been taking had been helping. I went and picked it up and dropped it off at the apartment for her before returning to my parents. She arrived at home, and an hour later I got home as well. When I didn't find her inside, she walked through the front door, having just left our neighbors, all girls, our age apartment. She was obviously stressed and had been smoking pot. We both smoked to cope with it. I asked her what's wrong. She asked me if there was anything strange about the prescription I picked up for her. I told her I didn't know. I didn't read it. She told me that her UTI swab came back testing positive for chlamydia that morning, and that's what the prescription is for. She said she knows she didn't have sex with anyone else, and so she confronts me about it. I was just completely dumbfounded, and I am. We celebrate our 5-year anniversary next month, and I've been faithful to her for that entire time. I don't even cheat on her in my dreams. She also doesn't think I would or even could do it. I am a very awkward and introverted person. I barely talk to anyone, let alone other women. She told several people, her co-workers, neighbors, and while they didn't think I was innocent, they also don't think I could have pulled it off. Just that morning I had a very awkward interaction with one of our neighbors, where she complimented my shoes and all I could think of was, "Oh, thanks." After our talk, my girlfriend currently doesn't believe that I cheated on her, but said that would change if a second test came out positive as well. She said she'd feel like an idiot if she stayed with me if it came back positive again. We scheduled tests for the both of us later that night. It's worth noting that false positives for chlamydia are extremely rare, only about a 2% chance at most. She said that the most likely time frame for me to have cheated was May 5th to 8th, while I spent most of those days either at home or at school, all of which have been verified by her looking through my location history on Life 360. There is one very incriminating event. I'm working on a documentary and had set up an interview with a couple people on the 6th. The interview took place at an Airbnb I rented, which I stayed the night before for my convenience. It obviously doesn't look good that I stayed the night at an Airbnb an hour away from home. In the time frame she thinks I cheated on her. It also does not help that this Airbnb was on the same street at several clubs, and is definitely a partying area of town where drinking and one-night stands are probably very common. I remembered there being a security camera in front of the door of the Airbnb, and I contacted the Airbnb owner, but they said they didn't have access to the footage. The best thing I can think of to clear my innocence is make a timeline of my whereabouts. For that weekend proved that there wouldn't have been a time for me to cheat. We both went to a clinic and got tested, both urine and blood. It will take 4 to 6 days to get the results. The doctors there told her the symptoms she'd been experiencing weren't very typical for a UTI, so it's most likely something else. Before any of you comment, no, I don't think she cheated on me. I don't think she would do that, just like how she doesn't think I would do it. If the test does come back positive, I would assume one of us somehow got it non-sexually. I'm just going to be stressing about it for the next few days. Everyone she's told just assumes I'm guilty. All I can think about is the worst case scenario of it coming back positive again, and her thinking I cheated on her. What do I do to deal with the stress for the next few days? Should I make that timeline? We'll be on vacation this weekend, so I'll have that help taking my mind off it a little. WTF do I do if it comes back positive again? Thanks.